Hi, personal finance students. Welcome to your third week and second lesson in distance learning. We are in lesson 30 today, so we'll take a look at that. On lesson 30, obviously right now you're watching the tutorial video. Hopefully it doesn't take me very long. The next thing that you'll want to do is this pros and cons renting versus owning. You may think you've done something like this before, but this is a little bit more in depth. What I want you to do is you will first off just make a copy of this, all right? And then the next thing that you're going to do, it says choose two things to compare the pros and cons of renting and the pros and cons of buying them, all right? So choose from this list. You can choose buying a house or renting a place to live, buying a washer and dryer, or going to the laundromat. Furniture, you can either have furniture like in your apartment that you've rented, or you can bring in furniture, something like that. And then a vehicle, buying versus leasing a vehicle, pros and cons of that. A cell phone, buying a cell phone right away, or like renting it and then trading it in for a different one or something like that. Buying versus renting a computer. So think about like your Chromebook, or like maybe buying or renting a laptop. Buying or excuse me, like renting a place to have your graduation party, or like using like your garage or a place that you already have. And then buying versus renting a dress, buying versus renting movies or like entertainment type things, things that you would watch. Or if you can think of something totally different, go ahead and compare it. All right. The only thing you cannot compare is a tuxedo and a suit, because I've already done that for you. So find 3 pros to renting that item, 3 cons to renting the item, 3 pros to buying, 3 cons to buying. All right. And then make sure you share this with me. So down here is where you'll do all of that. All right. So change this if you're going to put in house, right? Or like if you want to compare buying versus renting a house, and then you want to type in things. So some cons to buying a house would go in here. You need to have 3. Some benefits or pros to buying a house would go in here. Cons to renting a house or like it would go in here, and benefits would go in here. And then maybe you want to do your second one would be cell phone. I don't know, right? So just change it to whatever it is. You only need to do 2, and you only have to find 3 cons, 3 pro. Like all of these boxes should be filled. All right, all of those boxes should be filled with things that you think would be pros or cons of each one. All right, so that's your first task. That's for attendance today. And the next thing that I'll have you do is you're going to start watching this this kind of film that was made, and I think it's a good one to look at using the link that I have on Schoology. So if you look at Schoology and you go underneath renting versus owning folder, it's the link that says Tiny, a story about living small. All right. And then just watch the first, as you can tell here, there's 102 minutes. So obviously like the last 5 minutes are like credits or whatever. So it's about 55 minutes total long. And I just want you to watch the first 30 minutes today. All right. So as soon as you click on it, this should open up. You can click on this to like make it full screen for you if you want to minimize it. All right. It should start playing as soon as you click play. Let me know if you have any issues with it or anything like that, and we'll get something figured out. All right. That's pretty much all that I have for you for today. Like I said, if you want to be counted present, you got to share this with me. And then the second assignment is to start watching this. We're going to finish it your next class meeting.